That's a deep one. Deep. Don't know. No. Yeah.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Wait. What kind of thing? But he didn't kill you.
Hey, Mr. Smith.
Hey, Charlie. Yeah.
You want to have a sandwich I saved from lunch?
Wait.
Okay.
You wouldn't have to have something else in that bag, would you?
Just some scraps of saving for Archie.
That stray you've been feeding?
Yeah. Have you seen him today?
No, not today. And I'm not surprised, because you know who I have seen? That crazy Ivy,
Who?
the dog catcher.
The dog catcher? When are you taking it down, mister?
Is this your dog, son?
Well, not exactly.
Well, if you know who owns him, you can tell him they can pick him up at the pound.
Nobody owns it.
Well, he's a stray then.
I've been feeding him.
Well, then why don't you just take him home with you, lad?
My parents won't let me. My dad doesn't want a dog messing up the house.
Then this is the best thing for him. We wouldn't want him running around the streets, maybe getting hit by a car now.
What's gonna happen to him?
Well, if no one claims him, he'll be put to sleep.
You mean killed?
Oh, it's very humane.
He hasn't done anything. Look at him, he wouldn't hurt a fly.
I've got to go, lad. Why don't you talk to your mom and dad? Maybe they'll change their minds and let you keep the dog. But you better hurry. We've only got 3 days.
That's Christmas Eve.
No, well, even a dog catcher wants to spend the holidays with his family now. And, well, oh, look, lad. When no one wants the strays, it's for the best.
I want you, Arfie.
Hi, honey. Just the booking office. You're home early. Did you finish your paper route?
I didn't get to pick up my papers yet. Well, I got a question to ask you.
Okay, Charlie, what is it this time?
Well, how would you feel if someone you knew was gonna die, and probably on Christmas Eve?
Charlie, what a morbid thought. Do you know somebody who's gonna die on Christmas Eve?
Kind of.
Do I know this person?
Well, he's not exactly a person.
Not exactly a person.
Something smells good in here.
Thank you, it's my new perfume.
Oh, I was talking about the cookies.
Hey, Dad, I was just telling Mom about this dog I've been feeding every day. He doesn't have a home or anything.
Oh, Charlie, how many times have I told you about picking up strays? Honestly, between homeless people and stray dogs, I don't know what your father and I are going to do with you.
You wouldn't want him to die on Christmas Eve, would you?
Charlie, just because we don't want you to have a dog messing up the house, it doesn't mean that we want them all to die.
Especially on Christmas Eve.
That's what's going to happen.
Honey, what makes you so sure he's going to die on Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve is 3 days away. The dog catcher said any dogs not claimed within 3 days are going to be put to sleep.
Sounds reasonable.
Reasonable? Mr. Smith! Mr. Smith!
Oh, officer. Oh, yeah. Thought you was a cop. Charlie, you wouldn't happen to have a quarter you could spare, would you?
They've got Arfie. They're gonna kill him on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's too bad. You know, we got a lot in common, that old fella and me. Living on the streets, no place to call home.
You never did anything to anybody.
That's just the way it is when you get old. Nobody wants you.
I want him.
Why don't you find a place for him at your house?
My parents won't let me have a dog. My dad doesn't want one messing up the house.
Maybe you can find somebody on your paper roof that wants a dog. Leastwise, you'd get to see Archie once in a while.
That's a great idea. Thanks a lot. Hey, Arfie. Hey, boy. They feeding you okay? Getting enough to eat and to drink? Don't worry, I won't let them put you to sleep.
Listen, have you made up your mind yet?
Yeah, I know exactly which dog I want.
Did your father or mother bring you?
No, I came all by myself.
Oh, you know, I can't be releasing a dog to a minor. I need a responsible adult to sign for it.
Well, I'm responsible.
I'm sure you are, lad. But you're going to have to come back with an adult if you want the dog. Those are the rules.
Right. Excellent.
Thank you.
Where do you do it?
Do what?
Kill him.
But
We prefer to think of it as putting him to sleep. But that's what it is. It's very humane, and it doesn't hurt at all. We just hold the dog in our arms, give it a shot of sodium pentothal. It only takes a moment. And it's the kindest thing when no one wants an animal.
Yeah, but I want Arfie. I'm not gonna let you put him to sleep.
Then just come back with a responsible adult, lad. What if somebody asks me who I am, huh? Or where I live?
They won't ask. Here. Now just go in, please.
you can have a swell time with all this money.
You promised.
You promised. I'm sorry I ever let you talk me into this, Charlie.
That's not Arfie. You spent my money on the wrong dog. I didn't want just any dog. I wanted Arfie.
I know, but you see, when I got in there, the dog catcher was taking that little fellow into the room to put him to sleep. Said he didn't see how anybody'd ever adopt this pooch, seeing how he was so dumb and useless. Charlie, his time was up. Harvey still has a couple of days left. He's a good little dog. Not useless. Look at him. And I had enough money left to get the cat for Mrs. Donovan.
You spent all my money. How am I supposed to get Arfie out now?
I could sell this dog as a watchdog.
The cat would make a better watchdog than him. Come here, kid. Let's see if I can convince Mrs. Donovan to keep you.
Maybe we shouldn't give the cat to Mrs. Donovan back just yet. I've got an idea.
I just wanted to show you this. Been a lot of burglaries lately. Don't worry, I got just the ticket. I call him Doc Savage. Make a mighty fine watchdog.
Wonder who that man is.
Could be one of the burglars trying to guess a house.
How much did you say you wanted for the watchdog, Charlie?
Well, why are you carrying him around on your paper route anyway?
My dad's allergic to cats.
Well, it's not good to carry that cat around.
You don't suppose that you could hang on to him at your house while I deliver my papers, do you?
Well, I don't suppose there'd be any harm in it.
Thanks.
But
Well, you see that you get right back here now. I don't want this cat scratching on my upholstery and getting hairs all over the living room. Goodness knows I had enough of cats when my son used to drag home every stray. Yes, now you listen to me. You behave yourself. If you don't, I'm just going to throw you right back outside there. A small breakfast room adjoining the drawing.
I'm Mrs. Fernsby.
Hello, Charlie. Nice of you to drop by.
How's Mrs. Dollar today?
Oh, not so good today, Charlie. She's just lost interest, you know.
Does she still miss that little poodle you told me about?
Oh, yes. He was the sweetest little dog.
What if I could get you a new one?
Oh, we're not allowed to have pets. But you know, Mrs. Phillips snuck in her cat for almost a month before Miss Hadley found out.
You're not talking about bringing some confounded animal in here, are you? You'll get us all in trouble.
Shh, Mr. Shirley, not so loud. Charlie was just talking about a dog.
There's this sweet old dog who's going to be put to sleep on Christmas Eve if I can't find some place for him to stay.
Oh, we can't let that happen, can we, Mr. Shirley? Oh. Tell me about the dog, Charlie.
Let's see, he's about that big and this high, and he's kind of shaggy, but he's real lovable.
Oh, I'm afraid if he's that big, there's no way we could hide him. Our dog was little. She was a poodle no bigger than that.
Oh.
Well, it's about time you got here, young man.
Sorry it took so long. I was trying to find a home for Harvey. No luck so far.
Well, I haven't had a moment's peace since you dropped off that infernal animal. Meowing all the time, and rubbing up against me.
He doesn't look like he's much trouble now.
And you look at that lazy cat sleeping in my chair. And I made him that nice basket. Would he sleep in it? And I bought him 3 different kinds of cat food. Only one he likes. And look at the floor. He got into my yarn basket and got the yarn all over the living room.
Sorry it was so much trouble, Mrs. Donovan. I was kind of hoping he could stay here. Just overnight. It's too late to take him back to the pound, and he looks real comfortable.
Well, seems as how I have so much leftover cat food. But you see that you get back here early in the morning.
So, you found a home for a very small dog, have you? Well, that's a good thing, because small dogs are about all I got left. Bunch of people have been coming in and adopting the bigger dogs for watchdogs. It seems that there's a news board that's been going around and telling everybody about the burglaries in their neighborhood. Oh, it's got them all worked up. Oh, here's the dog I was telling you. She was owned by an old lady who died a couple of days ago, and none of her relatives wanted to keep her. Her name is Daisy.
Hey there, Gigi. Miss Farnsby will just love you. You're perfect centerpiece.
You're about to
That's the first time she's tried to talk in weeks. Maybe there's something to this pet thing.
and it's also is like
Get on.
Can I have some cough syrup or something?
You better come with me, Shirley. And Charlie, you're not supposed to be in the rooms.
She's gone. Don't worry, Arfie. I'm gonna find you home before Christmas Eve. Promise. Listen, I was wondering if maybe I could take Arfie around and show him to people so that they could get a look at him and get interested in him. Maybe adopt him.
Oh, lad, I can't let you be doing that. It's against the rules. Look, I'll tell you what you can do. Why don't you take a picture of Arfie? Then you can take that around with you and show it to everybody.
What?
Well, did you find a home for that dog yet?
No, no.
Well, I suppose you come to get the cat. And none too soon. That cat thinks it's the Queen of Sheba, but it's a he. So I guess I have to call him King.
Well, I guess I'll just be taking him back to the animal shelter so they can put him to sleep.
Well, who's going to be eating up all that cat food I bought? Wasting all that money.
Well, I suppose he could. You just have to stay here for a day or two.
Well, at least I get rid of all that cat food. I suppose he could stay and finish it up.
I mean, I tried. I really tried. How does anybody want you? Huh?
I'm sorry, Charlie.
You're not sorry. It's your fault he's here. If it wasn't for you, he wouldn't be here right now waiting to be killed.
And he still wouldn't have a home.
I was feeding him.
Arfie was lucky to have someone like you to look out for him. Charlie, have you any idea how many thousands of dogs and cats are abandoned by their owners every day? It's the cruelest kind of treatment. They're left to starve or to die of thirst. Thousands of them are run over. The lucky ones are killed outright. But what about the hundreds that crawl away to die an agonizing death? No, Charlie. Lucky is the stray that we find and bring back to the shelter here.
Like you care. You're just a dog catcher. You hate dogs.
Is that what you think, Charlie, that I hate dogs? I took this job with the Humane Society as an animal control officer because I love animals. No, Charlie, I don't hate dogs. But I know that what I do is one of the best. Hey, Charlie, you gonna walk right by your friend without saying hello? Did you find a home for her?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's too bad.
They probably already put him to sleep by now.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe something else, something good will happen. Maybe a miracle.
Where?
Harvey's been a lucky dog so far.
Lucky? You call being put to sleep on Christmas Eve lucky?
You's a lucky dog to find a friend like you. Charlie, you wouldn't happen to have a quarter you could spare, would you?
Is that all you can think about? Coming a quarter for another drink? Take your quarter.
It's 5:45 at WVLN. Hope you're all snug for the fireside on this snowy Christmas Eve as our concert of
I
memories.
didn't get one from him last year. I didn't get one from him the year before. Hi.
Where you been, Charlie?
Just out.
You want to sample some Christmas cookies?
No thanks.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to my room.
You're supposed to meet with Charlie.
He's been working on some mysterious project for the last few days. Something about a stray dog at the shelter.
Merry Christmas, Charlie.
Oh, Merry Christmas, sweetheart. Boy, this is the latest you've ever slept on Christmas morning.
I didn't sleep very well.
You didn't?
Yeah, I know. Just the presents you should open for Sid. Well,
Real nice. Thanks.
We thought you'd like it.
I do. Really. Thanks.
well, who could that be this hour on Christmas morning?
Archie! How'd you get out, huh? This is the best Christmas present I ever got. How'd you know? Where'd you find him?
Let's just say we had a little help and a little persuasion from a couple of your friends.
Mr. O'Malley, the dog catcher.
Animal Control Officer Charlie, if you please.
Mr. Smith, how'd you get here?
He brought me.
I don't understand. What happened?
It all started with that quarter you gave me, Charlie.
He used it to call me.
It was just like a miracle. A Christmas miracle, Charlie.